Hi, everybody. This is Jim Haviland, and my partner in crime, Chris Snyder, will be back for later in the season. But this is another one of the episodes from the Smart 50 Honorees section. This is Ashley Lawson of Achieve Incentives and Meetings, a third generation entrepreneur. Very fun conversation. Enjoy meeting Ashley Lawson. All right, everybody, it is Lay of the Land Weekly Impact. This is the Smart 50 2025 edition, and I'm Jim Haviland, and we're here with Ashley Lawson. And Ashley, you are a third generation owner of this business. Is that right?
Yes, I am.
Wow, achievement setup. And I think this is going to be very interesting. So, first off, I want to just give me a brief arc of the story for you. What got you to this moment?
For being a Smart 50 award winner.
Well, just so give me your story. So this is
Sure.
yeah.
Well, I luckily was born into the business.
Yeah.
I learned my alphabet by alphabetizing flight itineraries
No.
under my mom's desk. And
Excellent.
then after college, I went into working in nonprofit work and then joined the family business about 8 years ago.
Which is suggested, right? So I've got a bunch of clients that are second, third generation businesses, and
Mhm.
even if you're going to take over the business and go away and do something different
Right.
for a little while
Yeah.
and realize that this isn't the whole world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
was good. You were glad you did that?
Yeah, I was raised by a single mom, so I was very lucky to have lots of community and support growing up, and always wanted to pay it forward. So I went and worked at a nonprofit focused on ending homelessness in Washington D.C. for about a decade,
Oh, brilliant.
and then the family started talking about, okay, what's the next generation that's going to make this happen? And it honestly wasn't ever something that I had thought of. And I had been so focused on managing events and fundraising and nonprofit and mission driven work that that was my whole life. And the opportunity came up, and I said, you know what, it's time for a
Let's,
change.
let's do that.
Yeah, I'd
Hmm.
love to walk in my family's footsteps and see how I can really incorporate my work in mission driven work into our incentives. That's really what got us here
Oh,
talking about
interesting.
impact today with Smart 50.
Oh, brilliant. So that was my next question. Is like, what do you think makes you special and worthy of a Smart 50 award, do you think?
Yeah. I think, I'm really grateful that our team applied for this award, and my name is on it, but I really think of it as the team driven worthiness to
Yeah.
be here. And really, about 2 years ago, our team got together for our team retreat, and we talked about, okay, let's build out our goals for the upcoming year. What do we want to focus on? And that's something that's really important to us at Achieve, is that we really want to co-create with our team. That's how we get more buy-in and engagement. And our team really talked about, we want to have more impact in our events. We plan events all over the world. There's a lot of places that can use extra support, and we can be more mindful and socially conscious in how we're planning and sustainable. And that really is what everybody got behind. So
That's
as a
great.
company, we started building out the plan for how we do that strategically.
Oh, fantastic. So, and give everyone the 1 2 minute synopsis of what y'all do.
Yeah. So we help clients use travel and events as a way to motivate their teams. So maybe you have an awesome kick butt sales team, and you really want to celebrate them. They've met their goals for the year. Take them to Cancun for an
Yes.
all expenses paid group trip, and you get pampered. You have the glitz and the glam and the fun, and you
But
feel
there's a
really
lot to that.
rewarded.
There's a lot of logistics to
Oh,
putting
yeah,
something like that
yeah,
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're planning about 18 months in advance for any
Oh, wow.
event.
Okay.
Everything from the hotels and events to flights, and really making it really special and feel that pampered experience. And everybody who's attending has worked really, really hard to get there.
Well, I imagine that a lot has changed since this business got started
Hmm.
and how all this gets done, right? So,
Yeah.
what are you focusing on now? What excites you about the next generation of this, of innovation and
Hmm.
work in this place?
Yeah, I think our work to make incentive trips less cookie cutter and more impactful is really what is driving us forward and getting us really excited. We are working with destinations and hotels and our tour partners all throughout the world to develop events that bring in the local community, and that we are investing in entertainment and venues and vendors who are local and not just big box
Got it.
vendors.
Make it a more authentic
Yeah,
experience. Yeah. Okay.
exactly.
Have you a chance to travel to all these places, or do you mostly do it from the office?
You know what? It's funny. We have an office here in Westlake, Ohio, but
Yeah.
we are rarely there.
Oh, okay.
We
Good.
are rarely there, and also I travel full time.
Oh,
So the
okay.
past 5 years, ever since COVID happened, I started traveling in order to understand what different
Oh,
destinations we're doing
so you're
to host
scouting
events. Yeah,
something. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Great.
yeah.
Oh,
So
excellent.
yeah.
Well, so what lessons have you learned on leadership? So, like, this is a third generation.
hmm
Do you take some lessons from the earlier generations?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
What-
I'd say the biggest lesson as we celebrate 73 years in business this year is just listen to your team. They've
mm,
been doing this work. They are so passionate about it, and really, the biggest ways that we move forward is by understanding what our team needs as leaders in the incentive industry, but also what they believe we need to be doing and growing for our clients and for our business.
and do you work on culture? How big is the team now?
We're about 15.
Okay. So,
Yep.
so yeah, we call that the founding 15 group. You're
hmm
like, that's about where you cap out on people that are just all bought in. They're
Yeah.
true believers, but that's a good place to be for sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And culture is so incredibly important to us. And we're very grateful. We actually won a culture award earlier this year because we are so focused on engaging and celebrating our team because I believe that's the only way to you keep customers happy by making sure your team is happy.
Absolutely. There's a couple of good hotel brands
Yeah.
believe that as well, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your mentorship. So obviously you've got past generations to look
hmm
to. I mean, has that been important mentorship opportunities for you? I mean, you've learned a lot from your parents and
Yeah,
parents.
absolutely.
Were you around to see your grandparents at this?
No, they weren't involved,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately, but I was always part of the world, and as I said, I learned my ABCs by alphabetizing flight
Watching your
itineraries,
moms.
so
Yeah.
I was always part of the business, I
Yeah.
just wasn't working in it.
Got it.
But when I came to the company, we hadn't had defined values.
Oh, good. Okay.
We definitely had values as a company, but
Sure.
they weren't written on the wall, they weren't talked about. It was just kind of we were guided by integrity. That was something my grandpa was always. That's how he always led. In the 1960s when there weren't legal contracts like there are now, my grandpa would be at a hotel lobby and making a contract on a napkin with his green pen, and he signed it and shook the hotel manager's
That was
hand,
it.
and that was it. And that was
Yeah.
$1 million event, and it was done. And it was solidified that way.
Got it.
So integrity was such a big part of how he led the business.
So you've discovered and captured your values. What do you know what they
Yeah,
are? Yeah,
yeah.
can you rattle them off or that?
Yeah, yeah. And we used my grandparents' really values to guide what we wanted our values to be when we developed them with the team.
Perfect.
So to capture my grandpa's focus on integrity,
Yeah.
that value is travel the high road. Make
Oh,
the
okay.
decisions. Make the best decisions. Usually, it's not easy to make them. They're the
Yeah.
hard ones to make.
Right.
My grandma, she was always focused on community and bringing people together and celebration. And it was her and my great grandma who would sew toga costumes for the events that they hosted
Oh, nice.
in Italy. So that foundational value for her is focused on find joy in the journey, and
Um,
that's really what guides our culture and why we invest in culture, and we have an enormous benefits package for our team, and have different events where we all get together.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, and then our other value is weather the storms together. We, as event leaders and strategists who are planning events all over the world, sometimes there are airline strikes or global pandemics
You,
and
stuff
everything
happens.
in between. So
Yeah.
our work is considered in the top three most stressful um,
Yeah.
work in the
Interesting.
country.
Yeah, because everything can
Um,
go wrong when you're
yeah,
moving people around. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So investing in our culture is so key because our team is really dealing with a whole heck of a lot of hard stuff.
Right.
So,
Got it.
yeah. So finding joy in the journey.
Well, good. So, who do you, as far as mentors go, do you have anyone you want to shout out that's helped you get to your? Obviously, you have a great bunch of intentional insights on how to run the
Mhm.
business. Who do you lean on aside from your parents and grandparents?
Oh,
Anybody?
aside from them, those are such big ones. I would say my office mate, who I worked alongside 10 years when I worked in nonprofit in Washington D.C.
Mm.
She gave me so many wonderful leadership lessons that I carry with me every
You
day.
want to name checker?
Um, Her name is Catherine Crum.
Okay.
She was our executive director. One thing that I always think about, she reminds me, is pass on a kudo. Anytime you hear somebody give a shout out or a compliment
Yeah, yeah,
about one of your team members, make sure that team member knows,
absolutely.
and really understand what drives those team members. So we even have put together kind of a love language of team members, like what drives you. Is it, words of affirmation?
Oh, great. Okay, yeah.
Is is it more meaningful work that's aligned with your passions?
Right.
Is it benefits? What is that? So Catherine really always helped guide that employee experience,
Oh, that's
and
brilliant.
that's helped to ensure that I'm also focused on our culture at Achieve
Yeah,
Incentives.
we teach all of our clients to praise in public and
Hmm.
uh, support in private,
Yeah, yeah,
right? So
absolutely.
that's great.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
Anything else that that I should know about the business? Any other things that help you get to this day?
You know what? We are so grateful to have such an awesome team that's focused passionately on hosting events all over the world.
Yeah.
We just have a heck of a good time, and we really love what we do.
So
So,
what's the top destination right now that people are
oh,
talking
right
about?
now, Portugal is really big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're doing a lot in Portugal, and we work with destination tourism boards to identify what's unique about the destinations.
Got it.
And
Yeah.
we were just hosting a big event with our clients, about 300 people in Maui,
Oh,
and that was really meaningful because Maui had struggled with just their economy with the fires the
sure.
past few years.
Right.
So when we were able to identify destinations that could be a great fit, but also bring really significant dollars to support the local communities there, we love that we're kind of the middleman
The
of,
win-win-win for
yeah,
everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Great.
So we love being able to do that.
All right. Well, thank you so
Okay,
much. It was
thank
great
you,
to meet you.
thank you. Ah.